Everybody, welcome back to the Spurs 9501 podcast. I've got Sayan from Kolkata Spurs with me here. A very upset Sayan after this disgraceful performance by Tottenham yesterday. Sayan, tell us your thoughts about that abysmal performance yesterday.
I don't have any words to speak, right? So it's a disgrace for the entire club. It's a disgrace for us as fans, and it's a disgrace for the entire footballing community. So yeah, that's all I can say. And it's better to forget. I mean, the best thing is to forget as much as possible. But yeah, there are problems in the club. There are potential remedies, but I'm not sure if we can get it much early. But yeah, as Hugo Lloris said the other day, I mean, we need to realize that the crest on the front is much more important than the name on the back. So, that's something we just checked last night.
So let me just ask you a few questions, really, because I want the viewers to get your thoughts. So, do you agree that this was probably after the North London derby, this is the most important match of our season? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely, because this was the decider, right? I mean, we were 2-0 up, and our job was to keep the lead, go with a positive mindset, maybe score one or two goals, and then just kill the match. But it just went the opposite way.
So, tell me, because I presume that it was our strongest team against Arsenal on Sunday. Why are you making 7 changes for the most important match of our season? Can you explain that to me? What's your thought?
Well, I guess it's all because we were thinking of rotating the squad, and I mean, never did we think that rotating the squad for 7 players would cost this match such a huge amount. I would say. I mean, this was something unexpected and at least this is something which gave us an idea is that our bench is not strong enough. I mean, it was thought. I mean, we thought that now that we have bought so many players, oh my God, now we have a very strong bench and we can easily rotate players, but that's not. I mean, we still have a huge dependency on players like Son. We have dependency on players like Harry Kane, and in sometimes Gareth Bale, and that's it. I mean, we have just these front 3 players who we rely on, and I mean they scored goals. So that I mean was prominent. I mean, in particular yesterday's match, especially Hojbjerg, who was suspended. I mean, we were really missing him.
But this team is not a bad team because they were top of the table at Christmas, so there must be something there. So why do you think they performed so badly yesterday? Was it they don't care anymore? Is it because the manager didn't tell them what to do? What do you think?
Well, what I can say, I mean, as I mentioned, I mean, there is no one specific to blame here. It's the entire club, it's the entire management, it's the entire players, and even it is the manager who is to blame. I mean, a manager cannot get past just by saying the players are not listening to him. Then that's not how a managerial role works, right? So it's a problem. Yes, that's correct. So we have been, I mean, a team who is who is born to play a fast-flowing, fluid football, and that which was prominent under Pochettino, I would say. So that team has been, drilled down to just stay back, absorb the pressure, and then go on counter. That is something I don't personally feel is working. And it might work. It might have worked for teams like Man City. It might have worked for teams like Manchester United because that is one of the tactics you adopt even when you play fast flowing football, and those are the teams, let's be honest, they are, I mean, since they have the money power, they have far better players. So yes, making sitting back and absorbing the pressure against them and going on counters makes sense. But I don't think teams like Zagreb deserve that. I mean, especially I mean, we were all discussing their main manager is on jail, and even being on jail, they have they have just used their substitute manager and they have come a win. I mean, got a win against us. And this is the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen. I mean,
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree, Sam. But let me tell you, Sam. So from Pochettino, you agree we were playing an attacking brand of exciting football. We agree with that. So the only main difference between Pochettino was there the last few years and Jose Mourinho is Christian Eriksen is not there anymore. So we're missing Christian Eriksen. But then we've got Ndombele and a few others. So why is it that Pochettino can get Dele Alli, Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura, Eric Lamela, all these guys to play really attacking, and Jose Mourinho can't do it? What is the difference?
but it's all about the tactics, I mean,
So Jose's tactics different to Pochettino's. He makes a more defensive style of football, yeah?
Absolutely right. I mean, anyone who follows Jose Mourinho's style of play and Mourinho's tactics, it is more of more centric towards the defense. So it is even when you saw this this All or Nothing web series in Amazon, right? So we are always seeing Jose see what opponents can do, what opponents can or how opponents can attack us. So he's very good at that. I'm not undermining that. Very good at assessing the opponents. He's very good at judging the opponent. What can they do with their players? What can they do with the attack? But I mean that is undermining our attacking strength. I mean we are just and that's the reason what we are more cautious to make or to nullify our opponent and not play our own football, play our own football and go forward. That is something which I believe is missing in this Spurs team right now.
Yeah. So basically, Pochettino was like, let's use our strength, let's attack, and let's try and score goals. Mourinho is more worried about what the opposition are going to do, and he's not playing to our strengths. Our strengths have always been attacking work. We know defensively we're okay, but we're not great. So our strengths is attacking, and he's not constant. So how do we move forward from now, Sayan? Tell me this. We are where we are now. We're probably not going to get top four. Probably very likely we're not going to get top four. We can't qualify through the Europa League. It's very unlikely we'll be playing Champions League. So what do you think the implications of that are on the team?
I mean, with this team, I mean, I would be very, very happy. Or I mean, I'm ashamed that I have to say that I'm very happy that if we can get the Europa League. I mean, and that is something I mean, being a Spurs fan, very shameful to say that, but our expectation has gone down so bit. I mean, we have such low expectations from this team. I would be very surprised if we can get that Europa League spot, and to be very frank, the only hope left now is the Carabao Cup final. If we can win that, which I don't. To be very, I mean, I can say it right away. I have not very high hope on this Carabao Cup final. Please don't take me in a different way, but that is our only ray of hope. If we can win this the Carabao Cup final, at least that would be a what can I say? Just an icing on the cake. That's it. I mean, nothing else.
If we win the Carabao Cup, does that get us into the Europa League?
I'm sorry?
If we win the Carabao Cup, does that get us qualification to the Europa League?
Is it so? I'm not really aware of it.
I need to check that. I'm not sure myself. I have been asked the question. I need to check that. So, in terms of, obviously, the players are not good enough. We know that. We've known that for a long time. Which players would you actually get rid of, Sayan? If you could get rid of the players,
it's a long list.
Who would you get rid of?
It's a long list. I mean, we were discussing I mean, today we were discussing in our WhatsApp group the list of players that need to be uploaded, and first and foremost, I would say our fullback, especially Ben Davis, Serge Aurier, Matt Dodd, our centre backs, so Eric Dyer, Toby. I understand he is still playing with passion, but he is old, so maybe we can think of keeping him as an experienced centre back, but we do need a centre back for sure. So Davinson Sanchez, he is improving, but still he's not up to the mark. So, and Joe Rodon is untested, I would say. I mean, he's so we have a pretty inexperienced defensive line for now.
Okay, so you talk about a major redo of the back line. Okay, what about midfield? Who do you get rid of in midfield?
Midfield, I would say anyone would agree, Harry Winks and Muzamil. These are the two players. I mean, I personally don't feel are good enough or a good fit for Spurs. Please sell Winks, bring in our another academic graduate, Oliver Skip,
Yep.
who is performing brilliant in Norway, I would say. So bring in Skip, keep Højbjerg, two deep double pivot, Endombele in the middle,
You
maybe
keeping
Dele
Ndombele, yeah? You keeping Ndombele?
because we know what he can do. So
Okay.
something, some some tactical changes that need to be done to get well again. But yes, we will. At least I will keep it up.
And what
So
about
yes,
up front in terms of Lucas, Steven Bergwijn, Eric Lamela? What about these guys?
well, it's a tough choice, I would say, but I would definitely sell Steven by Bergwijn because we were yet to see any good glimpse of Steven Bergwijn after the goal against Man City. So that's the last thing that we have seen from him. So yeah, so what I'm saying is, Dele Alli will be in my list of players who will stay because I think we all agree we have seen what Dele Alli can do, especially under Pochettino. We have also seen what Dele Alli can do under Mourinho because whenever Mourinho has given him chance in Europa League, he has done an amazing job. Yes, there are some attitude issues, there are some other problems inside the team, but I believe Dele Alli can still do a brilliant job in Spurs. So
Okay.
I will keep Dele Alli
You keep
in
that
my
in. Now, there's a couple of other things that I want to ask you before we finish. So, firstly, what about Harry Kane and Heung-min Son? Are they going to stay at Tottenham if we're not playing Champions League football?
Look, I guess this is the question we are asking every end of every season, whether Harry Kane will stay, whether Harry Kane will leave. Personally, I don't see them leaving, but if they leave, I won't be surprised because currently what is needed is a huge cash inflow and a strong rebuild. So if we can encash on Human Son Harry Kane and do a rebuild, bringing in quality young players at a cheap price and promising players. I won't say players like there are potentially young good players, but they come and they just flop like Bergwijn. So I won't get players like that, but players who are really proven and who can do a good job. Yes, I can at least accept with a heavy heart that Harry Kane leaves and Human Son leaves and we get some cash.
But we tried that before with Bale. We sold Bale for 90 million. We bought 5 or 6 players left, and the only person who survived is Eric Lamela. So, does that model work, Sayan?
Well, see, currently we can only think of Lamela, but we also got Ericsson, right? And he was an amazing player.
Eric was a good player, yeah. So, okay,
So,
that's something we could do. Yeah.
yeah. So yes, I mean, see, whenever we buy 5 to 6 players, not all 5 to 6 players would be an amazing player. Let's just admit it. So maybe one, maybe two, or maximum 3 players can be a good hit, and that's what happened this season as well. So Højbjerg has turned out to be amazing, but Doherty not at all. Even other players like Carlos Vinicius, I mean, no signs of him at all. So it's very tough to say in that way.
Sure. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to ask you is what do you do about the manager? I mean, Mourinho's been there for 18 months. So, we haven't really improved that much since Pochettino left. We're mid-table. We're ninth. We were ninth or 10th when Pochettino left, so nothing's improved. Do we keep Mourinho or do we try and get a new manager like Scott Parker or Brendan Rodgers?
Well, I would say it's again a difficult thing to say because, as I mentioned, I mean, see, we all know what Mourinho has done, what Mourinho can do. I mean, it will be a real shame to see him go, and this will be his first team without a trophy. So I really, I mean, it will be a shame for Mourinho. It will be a shame for Tottenham as well. So a coach who even with the teams like Manchester United has at least grabbed an Europa League has not achieved anything with Spurs, and this is one of the most shameful things I can at least imagine right now. But yeah, I mean, if I personally believe Levy will see or will actually watch Mourinho till the end of the season. Mourinho won't leave before the end of the season at least. So yeah. So if we achieve something, maybe the Carabao Cup final, and I mean we win that final, and we try and secure top four. I'm not very optimistic about it, but if we can secure top four, then I can see Mourinho staying for one more season. Otherwise, I mean, we might think of some other alternatives.
But if we win the Carabao Cup and we don't qualify for Champions League, is that a success or not a success?
Well, I mean, to be a Spurs fan, seeing Champions League final, I won't consider that as a success. But yeah, some silverware, something. I mean, it might not be something to rejoice about, but yeah, some silverware is better than nothing, right?
Is that enough to keep Mourinho in a job?
I don't think so, but considering the current scenario and the current vibe that is being around the club, so if Mourinho can at least win the Carabao Cup, he will be in the history books.
Yeah.
I would say.
I mean, this is, I think, my personal view. It's all gone. You know, we're not any better off, say. And under Pochettino, we're regularly in the top four. You know, qualifying Champions League 3-4 years in a row. Now, you know, last year we finished sixth or whatever. This year we're not going to finish very high. I just think we're going backwards, and the experiment hasn't worked with Mourinho.
Well, I always have a special place in my heart for Pochettino. You know, I mean that was a coach we really miss him, and I guess Pochettino misses us as well because he's not doing very well in PSG. If we look at so, yeah, I mean, if he comes back, I really would welcome him in all way possible. But but yeah, I mean, as I think it was Pochettino who has shown us that yes, we can achieve top four, and even with low and minimal budgets. So that is if anyway possible. But I don't know what to say, but yeah, I mean, we have to think about maybe a complete overhaul, or at least overhaul in some areas would be needed. And but I feel the style of play for Mourinho is not suiting our players. I mean, players are losing confidence day by day because sitting back and absorbing pressure is not something we are used to.
No, we're not capable of doing it. Okay, Sam, that's been excellent. You know, what's the feeling amongst India Spurs after the match yesterday? What was the feeling on the WhatsApp group? What were most people saying? Tell our viewers what our fans in India are thinking.
Well, everyone is like, I mean, it was a disastrous day for each and every one of us, and we just have switched off our mobile phones. We just, disconnected ourselves from social media, pointless bantering, pointless, trolling each and every one of us. And that's expected, right? I mean, when your team does not play and your rival team qualifies for the next round,
Yeah.
and you will have to face such consequences, and we are facing it, and it's us to blame. I mean, there's no one else, right? So it's only we who are to blame for this.
Okay. Well, listen, that's been great. Really good, insightful analysis, Say, and really appreciate that. Before you go, just give us your prediction for the match against Aston Villa.
I would be more than happy with a draw.
Okay. And what's your prediction, though? That's what your heart says a draw. What does your head say?
Well, my head says a 1-0 victory for Spurs.
I like it. I like it. Really like it. That's great. Thanks, Sayan. Appreciate your time again for doing the expert analysis. This is Spurs 9501 podcast with Sayan from Kolkata Spurs, part of India Spurs. They're big supporters of our channel. Check out their Instagram, their Twitter, and keep following everybody at India Spurs. Thank you, Sayan. Take care, and we will speak again soon. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.